Super Eagles of Nigeria 3, Uganda 1. You guys don't know how to keep clean sheets, right?
I'm
Yeah?
telling you, these are
Don't know how to keep clean sheets. Do you know that when they scored that goal, when the Uganda scored that goal, I was like, is this a deja vu again? Like what happened to us against Tunisia? We were in control for like 65 to 70 minutes. Then Tunisia came back and scored 2 goals. And when that guy scored, I was like, okay, please let this thing not happen again because I don't want my BP to go up.
Yeah, exactly. Just like you said before, you scored immediately. Like we're just discussing about the game. Like I was telling some of the guys that were watching together, I told them that okay, in our last game it was around the 70 something minutes that they
Scholars,
got
yeah.
those that scoring those their 2 goals and everything. It did not take more than a minute to just scored. I was like, you see, let's not bottle this one again, because in the last game I was shouting on top of my voice that the referee should just blow this whistle. I don't care if it's 2 minutes that is
Wait,
remaining. Let him
how
just
did you
blow.
feel when that Sassy, I think Tunisia's captain's name is Sassy, right? There was a chance he got
Yes, sir.
and he headed the ball across the goalkeeper. Do you know that I was just quiet looking at the trajectory of the ball first. I said, please, this thing should not land in the back of the net. Please.
Ali Wabali just stood and was watching the ball. He was
Yes,
just looking
I
at
was
the
just
ball.
watching. I was
Just,
like, hey.
so, like, and again, there's this discussion that we had after our last game where I made mention that there are some players in this Super Eagles, starting lineup. Let me not say lineup in this Super Eagles team in general, that they are good, but they've not been getting playing time. Number one was Onyedika. I've been shouting on top of my voice, and some people were even saying that forget the guy is playing for Club Brugge, blah blah blah. I said forget. I watched one of
So
their
you've watched
games with
Oedika in
Barcelona.
Champions League now. Even against Manchester
Yes,
City,
with
the match against Manchester City,
Barcelona.
he did very well.
I think they played one match with Barcelona where the guy was completely, exceptional and all. So I said that this guy is not getting the required recognition in Nigeria. I don't think I've ever watched a match where I saw Onyedika in that match. They will always call him and they will not play him. And look today, like when I saw this performance today, I was vindicated. I was like, today when I go back to that our session, I will tell them, I said this thing that Onyedika is like, some people are saying, Frank Onyeka. In fact, I even brought up this discussion that which team is Frank Onyeka playing for? Brentford. When last did we see him start in that Brentford team? But Onyedika, if you don't see him in Club Brugge, then he's just maybe he's injured. That's when you see him in that. You don't see him in starting lineup. He's their standing DM in that match, and not just DM alone. He knows how to play even
Don't you
as a
think if
central.
our coach, don't you think, because I noticed our coach is playing a 4-3-3, yes. I think he's playing a 4-3-3. He played 4-3-3
Yeah,
now 2 games, but I think today he played a 4-4-2. That was OSIMHEN
yeah.
and Onuachu in front. If he's playing a 4-3-3, don't you think it's better for him to start Onyeka than this guy fully? Let this guy play number 10 fully. Iwobi should play.
Yeah, and
But I think what he does
I
is
think
that he plays okay. I think he plays Lukman on the left, Akko Adams on the right, OSIMHEN middle. Then who again in the middle?
I think the problem I think one of the reasons why he cannot, probably he doesn't use Onyedika and co is because he's trying to accommodate Lukman, Akko Adams, OSIMHEN, and probably who is this other person self?
Iwobi.
Iwobi. Yes, he's trying to accommodate all of them in the starting 11, and that is where the problem comes. But if he wants to, like, I think going forward for more efficiency in that team, he should consider using Frank Onyeka and Onyedika as the holding DMs for the Super Eagles, because they are also very good going off front when it's time for attack and all. Then it will be being like more like the AMF, and then let's have probably Lukman on the left, OSIMHEN as the number 9, and then probably Chukwueze as the right winger. I think
I'll prefer Akko Adams on the right because
Adams, yeah, Adams is more like a dual person. He can play any position in the three, among the three positions up front. So it's still a good bet. But today, the climax of this game was Onyedika's performance. Like the guy was just he had 2 goals to his name. He had 2 goals to his name. He
Oedika
had a
was
solid performance. Yeah, he had a solid performance.
Onuachu, he
And
missed the easiest chance and scored the hard. What our
of course,
strikers?
the hard chance. Yeah,
Even OSIMHEN too in our
but
last game, he missed the easy header. They scored the difficult one.
yeah, and you see, this our defensive line. I think, even though I know that this game was more like an experimental game for him, for the
Yeah.
coach, but see, that our defensive line without Bassi is just nothing. It's just nothing. That our defensive line without Bassi is just rubbish.
But it was a good thing that he changed the whole 11 players today.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
from all indications, I think everybody has played in the Super Eagles team. Everybody
Yeah,
has
yeah.
played.
And the advantage is that it will allow him to, going forward, it will allow him to, have more options in substitutions, or maybe even, trying to tweak his starting 11 and all that. Because I don't think that after this performance, Onyedika should
To
just
be
be
dubbed,
dropped
right?
to the bench. Maybe, yeah, at least he should be having at least 20 minutes each game, at least, even if he's not going to start.
Yeah, okay, let's
Because
talk
the
about
guy is,
the funny incident that happened today. Their goalkeeper situation.
yeah, three goalkeepers
Three
played today. Oh.
goalkeepers. Three goalkeepers
Yeah,
against us. The first one,
yeah,
I know the
got
first
injured.
goalkeeper. Yeah, the first goalkeeper was, I think he played for this South African team, Mamelodi Sundowns. He was part of the
Okay.
people that did, like, when Mamelodi Sundowns were becoming a force in South Africa. I think he was the goalkeeper in goal for Mamelodi Sundowns, and he was part of the people that like raised that team. He was part of the senior players, experienced players that
Yeah,
did well
because the
for
guy is
Mamelodi
old
Sundowns. So
now. The guy
I
is
think this
old.
was like a farewell game for him, but unfortunately he got injured. Then the
Got
second
injured.
guy,
Yeah.
I don't know what he was thinking. You're outside your box.
Okay.
What's making, is it, would I call that reflex or stupidity or what? I
It's
don't.
stupidity, I mean. It's stupidity. There's nothing
Guy
like
just stretched
reflex
his
there.
hand. What were you thinking, for God's sake?
It's part of the drama that we always see in Afcon. Every Afcon there is always this kind of drama. So it's the stupidity. This one is not any reflex, I beg. It's stupidity. Immediately he got that red card, his bench, the players on the bench just put their hands on their heads because they know that the game is already over now.
Yeah, and I'm happy that Nigeria took advantage of it. They utilized. They knew that
Yeah.
Nigeria knew that they didn't need the win. A draw was okay for them, but they took advantage of it, scored goals,
Yeah.
and
And
I want to also say that Nigeria, I think, is the only team that with 9 points, 3 wins out of
yes,
3. We've scored goals, and if you look at
gold.
the
Yeah.
if we look at the games, each game we've improved. Like, in the first game, I said we lacked cohesion. We didn't play like a team. We're just Tanzania. Is it
The
Tanzania?
first,
Yeah,
first game
I think
was
it was Tanzania we played, right?
first game was an individual performance, more like individual performance.
Yeah, and Tanzania
First game.
really stressed us, especially in that second half. Tanzania. Then the second game we played better, and today we played
Better,
better. And I'm
today,
surprised that it was even the second team that played like this.
second 11, yeah.
Yeah,
There is always this thing when it comes to fringe players in a team. The players are desperate to show the
yeah,
manager that.
that's what I wanted to say. That
So,
the players
yeah,
on the bench need to show the manager. They need to give the manager a headache. As a manager, you need a headache.
Yeah.
You need to, like, okay, these players on the bench are good. It's not that they are not good. How will I make them happy? So it's good that they've given the manager a headache. So in a nutshell, what do you have to say generally about the game? Let's round up. How impressed are you? And hopefully, I don't know who we are going to meet in the round of 16, right? Who are playing? I don't know who we are going to meet in the round of 16, but hopefully
I don't know yet. Yeah, I don't even care. Like, see, let them just throw anybody because it's not that I'm too confident or something. But just like the way you've mentioned, with every game that we play, we keep on improving game after game.
Yeah.
And I hope that in the round of 16, because those players that did not start today are going to be looking from the bench, looking at the team and like, guy, if I don't try my best now, maybe one of these players this coach might decide to start one of these players or something. So it's going to be like more like a competition, and that's how I always wanted our team to be, Nigerian Super Eagles team to be. So I think that is good for us. It's good for us going forward to have two superb teams. That is the first 11 and the second 11, just in case of emergency, red cards and everything, or maybe you need to change one or two things from the starting 11. So going forward, I think we're going to go deep into this competition, and I'm confident that we might replicate what we did in the last Afcon, that's going to the finals. If these players decide that, if these players decide to improve, continue improving, continually to improve each game after game.
game by
That
game.
is how I see.
Hopefully, we get to the final, but let's,
Yeah,
we don't have to.
yeah, we'll just take it game by
What
game,
score would I
game
use?
after game,
We need to take it game by game. Don't look
game by
ahead.
game. Yeah,
Just
game after
just
game.
next game, quarter final, like that, like that.
Yeah,
Beat what is in front of you. That's just the
yeah.
whole. Just beat what is in front of you. So, Hamisu,
And
thank
and
you.
me,
Okay.
yeah, let me just say this. Like, I like it that to an extent, I like how the team is. In our first game, if I don't know if you can remember, majority of the balls were coming to. Everybody was trying to give OSIMHEN to score. And then in our second game, a lot has changed because like more like the motive was for the team to win. They
Yeah.
were not focusing on Osimhen. And in this game too, we also saw that even though it's more like just an optional game for us, but still the emphasis was not strictly on Osimhen. It was like, okay, let's just get the point and just go forward. So I want our team to continue going like that. I don't want us to have that, just let's just give Osimhen. It's only Osimhen that will score, and all sort of things. I just wanted that anybody that has clear chance to score, you should just take advantage and score. If you know that you cannot score, pass the ball to somebody who can score. Just look at the pass that Osimhen gave to Onyedika, our third goal. Like, this is just what I want. Look at the pass that
Osimhen
Dele Bashiru
or
gave to Onuachu.
no, I
Pass that
think
Dele
the last
Bashiru
goal
gave to Onuachu.
was Chukwueze that
And
gave it.
Chukwueze to Onyedika, yeah. So, and then look at the pass that Dele Bashiru gave to, if it was in Nigeria or before, Dele Bashiru want to try it. We say that I'll be the one to score that goal. You want to skyrocket shot from that place. So that is how I want us to play more as a team than individuals.
All right, Hamisu, thank you very much for joining me. See
Yeah,
you
thank you
next
very
time.
much.